We're in the hallway of an apartment building, and we're upgrading to commercial grade outlets. You can see how the commercial ones are more sturdy. They wire this a little differently. These are back wired twist and lock. And your residential is just a stab lock in the back, but you can wrap the wires around the screw on the residential. So black is live, or if there's a red or a blue, they're live. That goes on the brass screw. The white goes on the silver screw, which is neutral. Bare wire goes on the green screw. The neutral, which is a wider slot, and the live is the narrower slot. So we will upgrade this to a commercial grade outlet. See how loose that is? And it's all loose in the wall there. Oh, this outlet's all broken inside. So it's a good thing we found this, and we're going to replace it. Here in the country I was born in, we use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps and 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Wow, that's all broken out on the top there. So that is definitely bad. So we will cut these wires. We'll give it a nice clean. Now I like to keep my ground wire down at the bottom, so it goes down to the bottom of the box. So we'll stick our insert in, because see how far back that box is recessed in the wall? So we'll stick that in there, so when we screw the outlet in, it's nice and tight. So we can go ahead and close the screws we're not going to be using. You always put your wire around the screw the direction that the screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight. I'm going to use longer screws. So white goes on the neutral colored screw here. We'll strip with our 14 gauge hole. It's going to be long enough. So we'll stick it down in our hole here. See how that copper sticks up there? That's just a little long. So we'll just clip a little bit off of this here. There's what we want right there. Make sure it's nice and tight. I'll flip it around here. Now we want to keep our ground wire down at the bottom here. So we're going to put our black on the brass colored screw here. I don't want to strip too much off. Okay, it's a little long, so we'll clip a little off. Okay, we don't want the we don't want the insulation under that pressure plate there. So we want it right there where the insulation is just coming up to the pressure plate. So we'll start tightening this screw down. Make sure it's tight. Our insulation's not under that pressure plate. So now we can we'll keep our ground wire down away from everything. Push it back in, keeping our ground down away from everything here. So I'll use 2 longer screws to screw our outlet into the box because it's recessed back in there quite a ways. Just push the ground wire so it stays back there. That's where we want it to stay down and out of the way of everything. That's going to look. Okay, it's down and away from everything. We'll push it back in here. This is a heavier duty outlet here. Let's make sure our ground wire is down all the way. Okay, it's back out of the way of everything. Now let's stick our cover back on. Okay, we got one more to do. See how all that's loose there? Okay, again we're putting in a commercial grade outlet, so we're going to close the screws we're not going to be using. Now this box isn't set back too far in the sheetrock, so we we are still going to use that extender so it stays nice and solid. Alright, so we're going to get our wires up here like this. We're going to fold our ground wire so it zigzags across the bottom of the box. So we'll put our white wire or ground wire on the green screw. Okay, there's our ground wire. We'll put our white wire up on the silver colored terminal here. I'll just take a little smidgen off. That's a little long. Okay, see that copper sticking up a little bit? So that's a little too long, so clip just a little more off of that. There's what I want right there. Okay, so we got our white hooked up on the silver colored screw. Okay, so I'm going to zigzag across the bottom of the ground so it stays down here. And I'll get our black, which is live. I'll straighten the end out so it's not very long. Get it down in the hole there, just so that the insulation doesn't get under the pressure plate there. Okay, I'm going to just look. Okay, I got to get that to go in just a little bit more here. Okay, I'm just going to look, make sure our insulation, it's not under the pressure plate, so I can tighten that up again. Okay, our copper is just going up to the the insulation is going up just to the bottom of that terminal the way we want it. And we'll keep our ground wire going zigzag across the bottom here. Now we can stick this in, because these nice ears stick out above the plaster ears and will make it nice and solid against the wall here. Yeah, we are going to have to use the longer screws. Now this box is a little bit at an angle inside the wall, so we're going to use the longer screw up here on the top. See how nice and tight that is now when you plug in and out of it? Our ground wire's down away from everything. We stick our cover on here. There, it's all nice and solid. These outlets are in the second floor of an apartment complex. Alrighty, so that is how to wire commercial grade outlets here in the country I was born in. We use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. So you put on the receptacles, you put your live wire, which is black, red or blue on the brass colored screw, which goes to the narrower slot on the front, and the white wire on the silver colored screw, which is the wider slot, and the bare or the green goes on the green screw. Peace. Thanks for watching.